Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box, the Technical Trader. Tuesday night, December the 13th, and these are the charts of the day. Pretty nasty day on Wall Street, and although the futures are up a little bit, we'll see how they are in the morning. I am looking for a low and a rebound in this zone, but you never know. Market could get ugly if the news is bad enough. But we're going to look at both the long and short side. Today, just a few stocks on the long side that had outstanding days. St. Joe Company jumped from 1439 to 1646, and although it backed off with the market fall in the afternoon, it still was up $1.29 or 9% today, as 3.1 million traded. That's the biggest volume since July, and it broke out across the lateral price resistance and the major declining top line or declining channel. Takes it all the way back to a year ago. So this looks to me like potentially a breakout, but it did back off below that line, and we'll just have to see whether we get any kind of follow through. If we do, I'd be looking for a move up towards the 19 range. EDAC, EDAC, one of my top 25 stocks, continues to look great, and today had a significant day because it broke out of about a 6-week consolidation zone here, a large flag pattern. Volume picked up to 60,000 shares. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's been trading very quietly of late, and we'll see if we can actually pick up some more volume and move into the 12 and then 14 range. The ultra short ETFs for gold and silver had really good days today. You can see the major declining tops line on gold, the ultra short gold, which has been in force for almost a year, about 11 months. And the big wedge had formed here, sort of a coiling basing pattern, may have been broken today as the stock popped from 1740 to 1855 and closed at 1840, up 76 cents, 4.3% volume, increased to 1.1 million. But this breakout takes it above lateral price resistance and the declining top line. Next move may be a move up towards 20. We'll keep an eye on this one. Beyond that, 22, 22 and a quarter. Same with the ZSL, not quite the same, but a little bit of an interesting background of day today with the stock moving from 1263 to 1397, closing at 1375, up 56 cents. A little more than 4% as volume increased to 9.8 million shares. You can see the on-balance volume line moving up too. So my target would be a move up towards 15.75 short term. Secondary target up around 18. OWW continues to impress as some of the travel stocks have acting much better of late. This one took off with this pop here and flagged for 3 weeks, then broke out again and has run steadily in the last 3-4 weeks to get up to as high as 449 today, although it did back off to 427. There is key overhead resistance at about 4.75, 490 area. We'll see if that can get if OWW gets to that area. I'd look for a move up to 6.5, 7. STAA moving up steadily after breaking out of the big base in August. And this move is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave move, but I believe the 5th wave has more to go and could get as high as 13 or even 14.5 short term. And lastly, on the long side is GCA today, which really impresses me in a lousy market, making new multi-year highs. And it looks to me like with resistance up around 6, 6.25, we may very well reach that level. Let's turn to box and shorts at this point. I want to point out that Ben Franklin Resources dropped 96 cents or about 1% today, but if you look at the overall pattern, it's a pretty nasty downtrend, and we're in a downward mode here. And if we take this down and out this line here, this big wedge breaks to the downside, we can see a pretty nasty spill. I would look for something in the low to mid 80s perhaps. Abercrombie and Fitch have been negative on for a couple months now. The snapback failed to get through the resistance and the moving average as well as the gap and rolled over today down $1.21, but it could accelerate to retest the lows around 44. That's my short-term target. Secondary target 41. Waters Corp today dropped another $1.09, but more importantly, it's right on a key support line going back about 4 months. If it breaks this level, you can see how the long-term chart shows a big slide could ensue and take this down another 10 points or so. TRW Automotive in a nasty slide, cracked here, snapped back to resistance, rolled over, tested and tried to bounce, but is rolling over again, down $1.22 today. If we can break this 30 range, we can see a slide that takes us into the mid-20s. CVR Energy, symbol CVI, massive top formation, breakdown, bear flag, and rolling over, it looks like. Down 68 cents or 3.6% today, but it could start to get nasty and a slide into the mid-teens may take place very quickly. The other stock in that group, HFC, also looks just as nasty. Massive top is broken, snap back to resistance, and then a rollover, which is now pressing support. If that's taken out, look for a move that takes this one down around 16.5, 17 potentially. Magna International Automotive Parts Company down $1.46 or 4% today, maybe about to break that line in this entire wedge pattern. Within the confines of this declining channel, we can see a nasty slide that takes us into the even down in the mid-20s. BMC Software also in a down channel after this nasty slide in August. Now we're looking at potential support in this zone around 33, and that if taken out could lead to a slide in towards the $30 range. Creighton Performance Polymers, which was our darling last year, formed little head and shoulders, rolled over hard, came down very hard, and in the last couple of months has risen up in a kind of a rising flag or wedge pattern, but it looks like it may be rolling over here. Down 70 cents at 3.5% today. If that line's taken out, we should see a quick test of 17. If that's taken out, test of the lows may ensue around 14.75. GenProbe GPRO appears to crack that line today and may be headed for a quick test of 53, 53.5 very quickly. And if that's broken, step back and look at the long-term chart, and you'll see that a downtrend could ensue that could take this into the mid to high 40s. ASMI also in a big consolidation after cracking hard from the topping pattern. As you can see, the stock is beginning to back off here, and if it breaks that line, we can see a rollover quickly down towards 21, 21.5. That'd be my first target. An immediate target, if it continues, could be down into the 17, 18 range. And lastly today, another look at CREE. This broke key support and is now in a mode where it may very well test 20, if not lower. And that's it for both the long and short side. We have a very difficult trading market here, so let's be careful the next couple days. Bye-bye.